Hello all! And if you've seen the previous videos, you'll know that I was very distracted because there was a dog making a lot of noise. He is occupied now. So, what are we doing here? We are looking at the Skiff Culprit. This is a summary, not a full review. There is a full review. I'll have it linked down below in the description. And I will apologize for the previous videos. You'll probably know which they are because I was very distracted by that dog. Quick look into the Skiff Culprit, because this is a summary. Blade length is just over 3 1/4, about 7 7/8 overall. It's not a particularly big knife. It's not a small knife like the CVE Elementum, but it's definitely in that sort of happy medium zone. It's pretty nice. This is a USA-made CNC custom, made by Skiff, and yes, that is the same Skiff that does your bearing systems, the really good ones. And this is on Skiffs. Controlled, slow, shake shut, but like absolute butter. This is an expensive knife. It is a full titanium. It is in CPM 154, I believe. Isn't it? I don't recollect what this is in. Hold on. And I'm back. Yes, it's CPM 154. That's pretty much what he uses. Now, you might be saying, hey, that's not a very premium steel. It's a premium steel. It's also one that custom makers like to work with. And again, this is a small, very, very small batch, USA-made CNC custom. More than acceptable on this knife. Quite thin behind the edge, reasonably thin. It's not like hollow grind thin, but it's reasonably thin. Beautiful, beautiful edge. I mean, look how it terminates and is so consistent on that termination, and the way the edge widens out a little bit up at the front. It's beautiful. It gets thicker up front, so it does taper the whole thing. Yes, the plunge grind, there's no sharpening choil there, so that could be better, but it seems like it's designed to not... He's clearly left it intentionally without the sharpening choil. I mean, obviously, there's no choil at all. So if you're going to cut one in, it's not going to be hard. The bearings, or not the bearings, the stop pin is what I'm looking for here, is up here internal. You can't really see it, but well, you can kind of see it. There it is. You can see it right there. So you can cut in whatever you want on this thing. Despite the smaller size of this thing, the choke position is actually still functional. I don't feel like I'm right up on that edge. I'm not. And if I were to cut in a choil, I certainly would be even further away from the edge because you'd put a little notch in there. The milling is the showpiece here, let's be honest. That pivot, that shield pivot, the milling, it looks like tie connector hardware maybe. The milling is wonderful. It's texture, it's beautiful feeling. It's still flat scales, but oh, they feel so good. This is one of the closest knives that I would say gets to hand melting comfort without being contoured. This is just, in my hands, this is dang near perfect. It is so comfortable. Even with this freaking long pocket clip, which is very long, it's just so good. Pocket clip has a little bit more tension than I would like. I'd like to see a little more flex in it, but it's titanium, so it should be okay to be springy and be pulled on and stuff like that. A little bit more than normal. You have the Culprit name, and this is 131 of the Culprit. And on the other side, you have Steven Skiff's logo. I think Steven. Yes, Steven? Yeah. I apologize if your name is not Steven, sir. You make wonderful knives and you make wonderful bearings. That sort of boat logo, it's kind of like a sail of a boat. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful work. Everything about this knife is beautiful. From the hand satin to the almost mirrored, it's pretty darn close to a mirror, flats. To the action, to the ridiculously good detent. Listen to that. Oh, that snap. That is just wonderful. I think I have two knives that have detents No, I think I have about 3 or 4 knives that have detents as perfect as this. I gotta be fair. The Koenig Arius that I have has got a shit crazy detent too, and I recently got another one that is actually a production knife that has a detent, but there's not too many that have just perfect, wonderful snap and feel to them. There's no failing this. It can't be done. If you're breaking the detent, it's going. Centered, no play, beautiful texturing everywhere, beautiful anodizing. I got to choose the color of my anodizing. I went with like the blurple kind of thing. Bluish purple. It leans a little bit more on the purple, which I'm perfectly okay with. We have sterile blade. Skiff's logo right up there. Everything about this. This is not an inexpensive knife. These are like $800. Yes, if you just spit out your drink, that probably hurts some people. But this is definitely a USA made CNC custom. And if you know anything about USA made CNC customs, this is actually a pretty well priced one. Usually they're going for $1,000 or more at the bare minimum. This is wonderful. I really like this knife. I suppose the ergos aren't quite as good if you really like squeeze down on the dang thing. I'm saying, yeah. But just basic saber grip, holding the knife. Oh my word, yes. It's just fantastic. Everything is fantastic here. Great blade shape, easy tip access, wonderful action, wonderful detent, beautiful titanium, wonderfully made. Keep doing what you're doing, sir. Even the flipper tab, which is a little more angular, is rounded off just enough to still be really kind of nice and unique feeling and really good. Lock bar access, not cut back, but it's bowled out really deep, so it's not hard to access whatsoever. I like this knife. I like this knife a lot. This knife is not going anywhere ever. I need to carry this knife a bit more. I really do, because this thing is wonderful. Good size, amazing execution. The Skiff Culprit. I really want a drifter. That's one of the other knives that he makes, and I really want one. These are just great. That, I think, pretty much... You know what? There's one thing I want to mention here. Despite this being a relatively thin knife, it is pretty thin. The blade stock on this thing is 155 thousandths. But the edge it comes down to, it's not the thinnest edge in the world, but it's a happy medium. It's kind of right, and I imagine it would be, let's see where it is. Behind the edge thickness on the Skiff Culprit would be 17-ish thousandths. And it probably is a little bit thinner up here, and it gets a little thicker up here, because it definitely tapers. So 16 to 18 maybe thousandths. Which is right in line. Like, I don't want knives that are too much thicker than that. I think this is the happy kind of, it still has strength, but it's thin enough to really function really well. Quite a nice edge. Quite sharp. I'm very happy with this knife, in case you hadn't noticed. So that's all for the summary of this knife. Check out the full review if you want. It was an early video. It really was. I haven't improved. Or maybe I have. I don't even know. But the Skiff Culprit, yeah. At this price range, you're not going to be able to improve much over this. This thing is just really doing its thing. And it's wonderful. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching.